So good day all and welcome to the South African lawn. Okay. Okay, so lekker, back on the KIKUYU lawn. Before we get into our Winterizer Fertilizer, let's just do a quick update how this lawn is looking. I think it's looking rather pleasing, obviously besides for the disaster right here. So my dog is doing that scratching thing, and it's busy irritating me a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. How's it? I've got a very strong love for dogs and animals, but when you do this to me, it makes me want to break your neck, or the dog's neck. So that's a bit of an irritation. Okay, but besides that, I think the lawn is looking okay. And also, it's not looking as mint as last year. So just quickly have a look at this picture that I'll show you here of a screenshot of a video that I posted on Instagram. How mint this lawn looked midway through May last year. And I think it has got a lot to do with obviously the dog and also my mowing practices. And it's weird, this lawn tells me I haven't been mowed enough this year. Why didn't you mow me? And it's weird because I'm mowing almost every day. I mean, take like this week, Monday, I almost mowed on Monday. I almost mowed on Tuesday again. Wednesday, okay, I did mow. And I almost mowed on Thursday. So I'm mowing almost every day. So it's weird. It's just saying, you haven't been mowing me so much. And I'm mowing almost every day. So that is very weird. Okay, so I'm putting that mesh thing there to protect the lawn from the dog. So yeah, I'm trying to save as much as I can. But we're moving towards winter now. And the lawn's going to stop growing. It's going to go dormant very soon, and that won't recover, I'm afraid. But let's get into today's video, a winterizer. How can we winterize our lawns, and what is the whole idea behind it in any case? Okay, so obviously if you're living in Johannesburg, Pretoria, or this Highveld areas, the temperatures will drop now, and your lawn, especially if you've got a warm season lawn, will most probably or most definitely go dormant in the next few weeks to a month's time. Already slowing down quite a bit. So the idea is to give it a winterizer fertilizer application to feed it a little bit like spoon feed through the winter and just give it that little bit of nutrients what it needs. It doesn't need much obviously because it's not growing much through the winter. Okay, so the following information I'm giving through to you purely based on an article that I read of some university that they did about winterizing fertilizers for lawns. Okay, so according to that article, in the older days, it was definitely believed that roots grew for a longer period of time while the top growth was dormant. So obviously everything in the soil was still growing for some period of time while the top growth was dormant, and therefore they focused mainly, I'm just going to aim it towards the macronutrients. So that's obviously nitrogen, top growth, that's phosphorus, root growth, and then potassium. Okay, so I'm going to focus it on that. And then they believe that people focused on a phosphorus application. So you wouldn't focus much on nitrogen as much as you would focus on phosphorus. And now they've learned that, well, it's been a couple of years already, but they say that adding quite a bit of nitrogen as your winterizer fertilizer could be beneficial. Why? Because it stores up in the plant. It's not wasted. It goes into the plant. So basically what you're creating here is a power bank for your cell phone. Okay, so you've got this battery and you charge it up with nitrogen, and then that battery is ready to be deployed as soon as your lawn comes out of dormancy in spring. Awesome, eh? So adding nitrogen now is not necessarily going to push growth now, but as soon as your lawn, it'll actually help your lawn come out of dormancy quicker in spring. Awesome. I think that's lekker. Hopefully that made sense, because I must be honest with you, it didn't make a lot of sense to me while I was saying it. You know, a lot of the times you get like this thing and you're like, okay, I hope it made sense to you because in my mind it made sense. That didn't even make sense in my mind. Okay, anyways, I hope it made sense to you. Okay, lekker, so I've gotten a cameraman for this bit of explanation. So all in all, this is a, what is it, 13710. And what I want to get to is, you don't have to really worry too much of what you're throwing down. As long, I actually reckon the more balanced the percentages of your fertilizer is that you're putting down, the better, because you're still going to get a little bit of root growth in your KIKUYU or Bermuda. That's what most people have. But you want to have that little bit of nitrogen available as soon as it comes out of dormancy in spring. Okay, so I already put this fertilizer application down 2 or 3 days ago, and I only decided to make a video about it now. So sorry about that. I've got no footage of that. And now what I want to talk about is, what do I want to talk about? Okay, so I remembered what I wanted to say is, I am splitting my winterizer application in two. Why am I doing that? Once again, I'm not 100% sure, because the temperatures are still quite actually ideal. We're not getting very cold evenings at the moment. My lawn is still growing a little bit, so I don't want it to use all that nutrients right now. So I'm putting a half application down now, and then in about a month's time, I would say middle June, when it's really like cold and it's really dormant, I'm going to put the other half of my application down then, just to make sure that it has got that nutrients available as it grows a little bit through the winter and as it wakes up into spring. Lekker. Hier kom maar stop. Okay, so just a quick thought also, you don't want to deal really with slow release fertilizers now. You want to get a quick release, like a chemical fertilizer now, to get that boom into your lawn and it stores up in the plant while it goes dormant. So you don't want to really struggle with something breaking down, and after a month they still have the nutrients breaking down. Then your roots, if your roots is then dormant, it won't actually take up those nutrients right there and then.
I'm gonna throw fertilizer on your food tonight.
Where's mommy? Where's mommy? Where's daddy? Where's daddy? Where's daddy? Where's daddy?
Okay, so while the dogs are playing there, and my wife is looking at me. Hey, come on, shush. Okay, so while the dogs are playing there, my wife is trying to calm them down, so I can just pretend like I know what I'm doing here on the lawn. I really wanted to get this video out, and why am I doing this video without showing the application? I might just show you in a month's time how I put it down, but I really wanted to get this information through to you, to encourage you and all DIYers out there, DIY lawners, lawn lovers, whatever, to get their winterizer application down. So I hope that's made sense to you. So it really doesn't matter actually what you put down. If you only put down something like a 232 or something like that, it's not the end of the world. As long as it's fairly balanced, you'll be okay. And then yeah, I think that's about it. So it's a very short video, but thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the video, and thank you so much to everyone liking and subscribing. If you haven't, maybe consider doing that, and I will see you in the next video. Cheers for now. Bye bye. Yeah, I told you guys I'll already put it down. Look, it's pretty much dissolved. I actually forgot my sprinklers on, and I emptied my whole 5,000 liter Jojo tank. Thank goodness. Where's this camera going? Thank goodness for that borehole.